Yorksey still away to the left. That looks unlikely to me, Richard.
Well, he didn't want to go down. He had to be dismounted and walked the last furlong. So we shall see. He was backed at big odds. He's being kept away from the others. He is on the move. And he's jumped away. Now, it was a gamble yesterday at a big price, and Yorksey's content to jump away. So Move It Like Mini is one of the first to show as they race towards the first. Also in a handy position. It's only a matter of time. Look Away is front rank with Knickerbocker Glory as they all step over flight number 1. Alvani was last over it. Doddiethegreat is held up early on. So it's Knickerbocker Glory, Move It Like Mini and Donica who cut out the early running. Look Away and only a matter of time track them with Favour. Then in 7th place Our Champ with Aureli Mill. Castle de Mott in the double green is towards the inside with Go Dante, Lotus Sud and then Ito Ditto. Behind these Norman Fletcher with Camsina, Spirit Dawn New, Yorksey having contented to jump off is towards the outside. Iberico Lord is right up the inside. Towards the back of the field early on, Alvani with Gilet Jaune, Doddiethegreat and Altabelli, one of the leaders in the market, is right at the back of the field early on. So Knickerbocker Glory on the outside of Move It Like Mini as they turn away. Look Away is in 3rd place with only a matter of times White Face in 4th. 5th place for Donica with Favour racing on the outside as they head on towards the next with Our Chap. Go Dante wide on the course with Lotus Pseudo. Castle de Mott is towards the inside as they take flight number 2. Donica was a little slow there. Aureli Mill comes next with Iberico Lord towards the inside. Towards the outside at this stage, Ito Ditto with Norman Fletcher. Altabelli towards the back with Camsinus. And then on the outside of those is Alvani. Behind these is Gilet Jaune right at the back of the pack. So settling down, it's Knickerbocker Glory who leads. In 2nd place races Look Away, Move It Like Mini is in 3rd with Favour and Aureli Mill just behind the leaders. Also in that little cluster is only a matter of time. Our Champs in that group as well, and Go Dante towards the outside. They're the first half of the field. Donica's lost the position slightly with Lotus Sud and Aureli Mill coming next. Then Castle de Mott, who's just struggling to hold the position maybe marginally on the inside. Double green colours just midfield at this point. Spirit Dorno also in the dark green colours is on that one's outside with Doddiethegreat. Ito Ditto has lost quite a lot of ground as they step over what is already the last on the far side. So out in the lead it is Knickerbocker Glory with Look Away in 2nd. Racing in 3rd place is Move It Like Mini. Then towards the outside Favour with Our Champ and Go Dante. And then towards the inside Donica. The grey is Lotus Sud who is on the outside. And then towards the inside Aureli Mill is being pushed along. A Castle de Mott is beginning to improve now. Green Jacket up the inside. Altabelli is another who's on the move with Norman Fletcher. Iberico Lord still ridden quite quietly is towards the back of the field with Doddiethegreat. Yorksey, having consented to jump off, is now being driven and not looking that enthusiastic. So making their turn back towards the 3rd last. Out in the lead it's Knickerbocker Glory. Look Away being pushed along as Go Dante improves, travelling well. Favour is next. Lotus Sud the grey with Move It Like Mini as they turn for home. Then behind these we have Our Champ. Doddiethegreat's improved onto the back now of only a matter of time as Knickerbocker Glory leads them towards the first in the straight. Knickerbocker Glory, Our Champ jumps up well. Lotus Sud coming there on the left hand side, the grey. Look Away has retreated as they make their way down towards the 2nd last Betfair Hurdle. So Castle de Mott is into about 6th or 7th, just being manoeuvred out. Iberico Lord is another who's making ground. 2 from the finish. Knickerbocker Glory, Our Champ, Lotus Sud coming there strongly. Then Go Dante towards the inside. Castle de Mott, Favour for Heidi Palin, giving her a great spin. Then Iberico Lord down towards the last left hand side. Lotus Sud for Harry Skelton has come through to lead, and that lead is nearly a couple of lengths at the last from Go Dante. Then towards the inside Iberico Lord, who continues to stay on strongly and now looks the danger. The grey Lotus Sud, Iberico Lord is making ground on the far side. The 2 of them are pulling away. Iberico Lord, relentless challenge, has got to Lotus Sud. Then Go Dante, Favour, Doddiethegreat running on late, but it's Iberico Lord for Nico de Boinville in the J.P. McManus Silks who will win the Betfair Hurdle. Iberico Lord beat Lotus Sud. Go Dante is 3rd. I think it's Doddiethegreat who's up for 4th. Favour ran well. Knickerbocker Glory, Our Champ. Castle de Mott from Cansinus. Then behind these we have Move It Like Mini, Donica, Norman Fletcher, Gilet Jaune, also Spirit Dornau never really sighted. Altabelli, Look Away, drop right out with Aureli Mill. Iberico Lord has beaten into second Loda Sud. Third place Go Dante, fourth Doddiethegreat, fifth Favour for extra places. Then Knickerbocker Glory, who's come home in sixth, and our champ in seventh place. A second big handicap win of the campaign for Iberico Lord, who was successful earlier on in the season in the Greatwood. A disappointing run in between, but picked off Loda Sud, who travelled into the race really well, but couldn't resist the challenge of Iberico Lord.
The Greatwood winner becomes the Betfair Hurdle winner. J Henderson wins this race for a sixth time, for the first time since 2013. How important, though, was the ride of Nico de Boinville?
Yeah, Nico, take a bow. That was an exceptional ride. Down the inside, saving ground the whole way. This horse jumped so well for Nico. He was buried in with hardly a sight of a hurdle, but his patience worked, and I think he deserved that, because that was an exceptional ride.
You know what, sometimes you can watch a replay and you can really enjoy it. Nico will really enjoy watching that.
Alice, he's getting rave reviews here. Nico de Boinville.
Rave reviews for Nico de Boinville. He's back. I think you've not enjoyed sitting watching these horses from the sidelines.
Look, they've been running really well, and I'm just delighted to get back on a nice Saturday like this, and thanks to JP McManus and his team for letting me ride him and keep the faith in me, so delighted I could repay them.
He's a horse that's always shown a lot of class. He's a gorgeous individual, as all of Nicky's are, but I mean, you timed that to perfection. I know you hate praising yourself, but that plan really did come off.
Well, yeah, we were just sort of, you never know when you're down at the start and waiting around for that long, I thought they all sort of handled it in good style, but he's seen it out really well on this ground, which is really hard work. I'd say the ground just went against him in the Elaborate last time, but we made amends for it today.
Yeah, you said beforehand, actually, you weren't too worried about the ground.
No. I mean, he goes in it fine, and all his best forms on soft to heavy, so yeah, delighted for that, and good for the stable.
And welcome back. Nice double, well done.
Thank you very much.
Led up by Sari Ocampo there. Iberico Lord wins the Betfair Hurdle. The Skelton's in second. Loda Sud's run an absolute cracker. Was in front for a long time.
An absolute monster run from the runner-up, Loda Sud, as you say. I mean, he was fairly well fancied first time out in the Greatwood for this team this season, and was ultimately disappointing when pulling up. But a different horse today, I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. Maybe back to the county. But look, Iberico Lord, Nico de Boinville, the more we watch this replay, I think the more we're going to be impressed. And he's won fairly snug, I'd say, in the end.
Key was the distance from the line to the last. I've never seen it as far as back as that at Newbury. It's nearly 2 furlongs, and Nico knew that, and I think he almost planned his challenge all the way, and you can see at this stage it's that lovely warm feeling that you get when you know you're going to win a big race like this. It's, he'll love this.
Do you know who I want to take my hat off to as well? Heidi was fifth. What an experience of Favour for her. If you had the first six, I think Knickerbocker Glory finished in sixth. Bookmakers were paying 6 and 7 places. How good was the winning ride, Ruby?
Good, but talk about knowing the track as well as everything else said. We'll pick him up here on the run to the third last hurdle, and you can see exactly where Nico de Boinville is. He's over on the far side, well back, but it's where he stays. The chase, we'll explain it again in a second, but he stays down that inside. The hurdle track is right over against the fences, and Nico stays over there. Loda Sud has come to the middle of the track, but you'll see as they pass what is the last fence, just how far over the hurdle track is at this meeting every year. That's the freshness of the ground. Fitz will tell you that as well. Nico de Boinville was on it.
In a race J Henderson loves to win.